Ooh. Not bad for milestone graphics. This is so weird. It's like Ronnie Mac, but totally out of control. It's the Kawasaki Honda. The new bike. All three manufacturers came together to make one ultimate two-stroke. The Kawasaki Honda. Alright guys, we are back with some more Monster Energy Supercross 4. Today we have a new 250 two-stroke pack DLC to show you. Now there are a couple surprises in this. The first one being the 2020 Indy track has been officially added to the game, which is crazy. I didn't know that. It was in this DLC. There are a couple surprises as to what bikes. I was expecting the KTM, the Husky, the YZ, but two surprises, which is pretty sweet. The first one here is the KTM, looking mighty fine. No surprise. Next is the don't look, don't cheat. The YZ, looking really great. No surprise. The Husky, also looking beautiful. No surprise. But we got, oh yeah, the CR250, looking gorgeous. I'm a bit surprised they added it. I'm so happy they did, but I am a bit surprised. I wasn't expecting that one. But looking good. Good. That looks good. And woo! The RM250. So sick. Super sick. Now the rear fender is a bit fat. But yeah, it's okay. Looks really good still. The pipe kind of looks like a 125 pipe, but maybe that's just me. I know they've had that problem in MXGP, but still, looking good. Really good. All right, new track, 2020 Indy, new bike, CR250, looking good. Got a good gate pick. Crazy. It's crazy. But this track, it's pretty easy. Ooh, achievement, quad. Yeah, the track is really easy, but it's just crazy. I really did not expect this track edition. I don't know. So weird. And like I said already, the bikes. I wasn't expecting a CR or RM. I mean, I was hoping, definitely hoping, but really great. Really good. They really hit the DLC here good. And I felt like, oh man, $10 for the YZ or the Husky or the KTM. Felt like a bit much, but oh, that's so fun. Perfect. But the addition of the track and the extra bikes, not bad. Really not bad. Now, I don't have them upgraded, but they feel good. I mean, I'm pretty much turning the same lap time on the stock two-stroke as I would the 450. Pretty close. I mean, I don't notice too much difference, so yeah. I'm assuming they'll feel even better upgraded. And you don't have to buy them. I was thinking that was going to be really cheesy if you had to, but you don't. I don't know if we can get this case a bit. But yeah, you don't have to pay credits for them. They're already usable once you buy the DLC, which is great. Because like I said, cheesy if you had to grind the game out on top of having to pay for the DLC. But you do have to grind if you do want to upgrade. I think. I haven't even tried upgrading, so I mean, I'm assuming you can upgrade them, but yeah. CR250 looking good. And we have the RM250. This is another surprise bike we talked about. I wasn't expecting, and it looks good. I already said that. Gotta hit that quad. I felt like the rear fender is a bit fat, but I mean, maybe it's just me. Maybe you guys think it's fine, but feels a bit fat. But I'm okay with it. It looks really good still, and I'm just happy that they added it. I really, really am surprised. I was shocked to see that these two bikes were in the game. So, I mean, that gives me hope that MXGP can do it as well. You know, instead of just the current bike manufacturers of two strokes. They did do it in Pro, but they haven't really done it since then. And I don't know. It just looks really good. I would say the bikes, I don't know. I feel like I haven't used them very much, but I feel like they feel pretty similar. I don't notice too many differences. I feel like the Suzuki actually is a bit, it feels more stock than the CR250 does, but that's just me. I don't know. And again, I haven't upgraded this bike or any of them actually, so they all should feel you know, comparable. It isn't like one of them is really upgraded and the other one isn't. You know what I mean? This quad is so fun. It really is. But yeah, the Suzuki looking really, really good. I still think I prefer the CR250. I never actually had an RM120 or 250. I had a friend that had one, but I never did. I did have a CR250, but not an RM250. So I'm not too familiar, but looks really good. Looks really good, and I already said it, but I'm really hoping that. Ooh, oh. I'm really hoping we can get. Oh, check it out! I never even noticed we got some of that two-stroke exhaust burning off the back of the bike. Look at that! That's sick. Never noticed it. We maybe did too rich of a mix. Maybe too rich of a mix. Why? Wait, that's so weird. It did it after we crashed. You know, like, that's crazy. Did you see that? That was so sick. It's a nice attention to detail. Now it's not really doing it. Awesome. I never noticed that. I think it's because I haven't crashed yet using the two strokes, but yeah, RM looking mighty fine here in this two-stroke pack DLC. And we have the KTM 250. This bike, it's similar to MXGP, but I don't know, I feel like they did touch on the sound a bit, and I mean the game feels a bit different, but similar, definitely similar. And the funny thing is, I feel like all the two strokes are pretty much the same. My lap times, the lap times I run are virtually identical. And again, none of these bikes are upgraded, so they're all the same. So I feel like I haven't done any extensive testing on it. I don't know if the two-stroke is outright better than the four-stroke right now, because I know last year the Rick Johnson CR250 bike was actually one of the best bikes in the game as far as testing went. I haven't done that with these bikes, so I'm not really sure, but they all feel pretty similar. If I had to guess, they probably made them all virtually the same. They do sound a bit different, and they feel different just because the physics are a bit different for Supercross here. So yes, the KTM feeling good, looking mighty awful fine. It just feels really comparable to the RM and the CR. And we have the YZ250. This bike, actually, after playing with it a bit, this bike feels the least good. It just feels really stiff and a bit underpowered compared to the rest of them. I don't know. It might just be me. Maybe I'm running not as good laps as I was, but not that I was running heaters, but it just feels a bit stiff. Feels like it doesn't corner as quick. It just doesn't feel like it has the power to get over something like that quad is easy. I don't know. It's still good. I'm sure it'll be a lot better with the upgrade, but I don't know. It feels not as good as the rest of the bikes. The bike really hasn't changed since what, 2005? They haven't really done anything. Bold new graphics, that was a bit better. They just haven't done anything. KTM keeps putting research and development into their two-strokes, but Yamaha, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They still sell a ton of bikes. People buy them. They're good bikes. I have one. Well, I have a YZ125. It's a 144, but yeah, it's an 06 YZ125. So, I don't know. Good bike, fun. Glad it's in there, but definitely doesn't feel as good as the rest of them. And finally, we have the TC250. And this bike, it feels similar to the KTM. It does. Maybe not quite as good. Pretty close. I mean, it feels better than the YZ, but I would say it's the least or second worst feeling bike stock. Just first impressions. It doesn't mean it's true. It's just how it feels right now. My bad. My bad. It was a bad run in the whoops. The whoops. The whoops. The whoops. But, I mean, similar. Again, I'm happy to see him in Supercross. But generally, we do see these bikes in MXGP, so it's not as unique, you know? Much better. You know, I might have been hitting that weird on the YZ, so it's not fair. It's not fair to judge it off of that short gameplay. So I'll have to go back. Like I said, don't just because it felt like that at first doesn't mean that that bike isn't as good. It just means it felt like that because I was hitting that section weird, maybe. Because this bike feels pretty much the same as the rest. I would find it really weird if, if all four of the bikes were identical, but the YZ was like way worse. I would be a bit surprised. I mean, they kind of do that with the Suzuki, but you know, yeah, it's you know, whatever. I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to offend anybody, but you know. Overall, very good DLC. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. But you guys and girls are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the support on the channel lately. It really does mean a lot. And until the next video, take it easy.